What is going on YouTube? This is Guy here coming at you with another Game Finds episode. And what I kind of want to do differently in these videos now is to do a voiceover to actually find my finds, I guess. So it's not a as long of a video to upload, but it's also not as long of a video you guys have to watch. And so I'm at MJ's Thrift. It's a little hole in the wall place. I've been to it many times before. And he places new games on the second shelf for me all the time. So first thing I see is Lenore. But I regrettably don't pick this up because it's missing the third disc, and if it's not complete, then I just don't want to mess with it. Then the next thing I see is Spy Hunter for the original Xbox, but it's really scratched, and I'm not gonna get that. There would be no point. But yeah, then there's Lego Rock Band for the Wii, but I sadly don't have a controller for that. But then I saw Smashing Drive for the original Xbox and was like, ooh, this will be pretty cool. So the disc is in really nice shape, and so I'm definitely going to get this. It'd be great to add. And then I saw Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged, and I have a thing for Xbox Live Arcade games. And it was in really good condition too, so I'll be picking that up. Pretty cool finds here at this store. And I would show you guys the game store, but they tore the mall down. It's all completely gone. The whole mall is gone. So I can't show you the game store. They moved to a different location. Kind of sad. Tons of memories of this place. However, right next to the mall, there's a downtown rescue mission thrift store. And so I'm in the back perusing the CDs and games and whatnot. And to my left, I see a copy of Shadows of the Empire for the Windows 95. And it is a very classic game, and I saw it, and the disc was in really nice condition. So yeah, I'm gonna get this. After that, I spin around and see a bunch of DVD, VHS jumbled mess, and then I spot Knights of the Old Republic 2, but it's just a disc that's loose copy, so I gotta find them all. And what do you know? They're all there. So I pick up a loose copy of Knights of the Old Republic 2, and then I see a copy of Metal Gear Solid for the PS1, except it's in a case, not a jewel case. But that's kind of interesting. This is one part of a set, but it looks to be in really good shape. The only thing though is if the discs were in bad shape, that would be kind of bad. And oh my goodness, the discs are in this amazing shape. It looks like somebody just took the plastic wrap off of this and set it on the bookshelf, and then just never touched it again. So I'll be getting these pretty nice finds. So now I'm at the Salvation Army, where I found that amazing GameCube lot a couple episodes ago. And there's not a whole lot of console games that are what I would want. There are a bunch of just sports games and a bunch of off-road racing games that I was just kind of like, nah, not interested in. And so I didn't really care for it. So I started looking at the CDs and found a copy of this right here, Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth, the 4-disc set. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting this. It's a pretty nice one. Pretty nice find, I gotta say. So next I went to the Value Village, and this is a pretty cool little place. They've got some old PC stuff, old monitors, old VCRs, an old electric jump kit that I'm pretty sure is broken, some old speakers, and whatnot, a bunch of junk. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see an old Atari 2600. This is one of these 6-switch Ataris. I know these are a little sought after. However, it didn't come with anything, and I didn't know if it worked or not. And $9 is a little much for that. So, I kind of said no and put it back down. But yeah, if I would have had the cables, I definitely would have picked this up. That would have been really cool to find. There was just no way of me testing it and everything. But you don't know what you'll find at some of these stores. You might find a random cable, CD, or something like that. Who knows? You might find random GameCube component cables, and I wish that would happen to me someday, but I digress. But anyways, they keep the games behind the counter. All the DVDs and CDs you see are behind the counter, and I get some of these, and I'll show you what some of those are. But also, I found some N64 games that were also behind the counter. And man, oh man, I didn't have any of these. These were great ones to find. Smash Bros, Dr. Mario 64, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. Those are pretty cool. Gotta say, great finds here. Next off, we're to the Saving Way thrift store. And there are a couple of these in the Huntsville area, North Alabama area. And they're always fun to go to. And this store had a bunch of games. a bunch of sports games and other stuff that I really don't want. But I did pick up this copy of Lego Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda, a combo pack for the Xbox 360. Mainly because the case was in really, really, really nice condition, and I kind of want the cases that are that good for my games. So that's why I picked it up. I could have picked up some other stuff, but I was just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. And so my intrigue piqued me, and I was like, ooh, what else is here? So I looked around and I spotted an Xbox 360 controller, but it had this weird pin thing in the middle of the joystick, so I couldn't move it side to side. It was only up and down, and it's because you can't see it in the picture, but it's a modded Xbox 360 controller. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's modded yet, and that was kind of interesting. But I moved around the corner and I spotted a wild GameCube sitting there on the shelf. Um, they were asking $7 for it, and I already have a GameCube, and but it was in really nice condition though. It opened, but the button kind of jammed, and I didn't see any of the cords or anything for it. So I thought about it for a while, and I decided to put it back. I already had a GameCube, and this one was the uncompatible one with the component cables. So it was really cool to find this old rotary telephone. Just listen to this. So this next up is to the downtown Rescue Mission thrift store, a couple miles away, and so I walk in, and their electronics is very, shall I say, bare. Uh, Pretty much nothing here. Although they did have this kicker amp and speaker subwoofer set, and I approve. And so yeah, just walking around, like 3 keyboards, an old printer, and just I don't want any of it. So after looking at the prices of the CDs, I move over to where the CDs are, and nothing really piques my interest except this right here, another copy of Lord of the Rings: Battle of Middle Earth. I just found this. I now have 2 of these, except this is the 1 disc set, so this is the later release. But 2 of those in 1 episode. That's kind of weird, and somebody must have been watching me or something, because that was freaky. I don't know if I like that or not. My last stop is to Mike's Merchandise, and it's a real bargain store, let me tell you, because inside this store there is a crap ton of stuff, ranging from tools, microwaves, flooring, hardware, not the video game kind of hardware, just tools and crap, and office supplies, you name it, it's there. And they have video games, but they had none today. They were charging $20 for Grand Theft Auto 5, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. So stay tuned for the pickups video. How's it going, guys? This is Toy Guy again. It's been like a year or something, year and a half since I made a video last, and I can attribute that to school, because right now I'm still in college, and school took up a whole lot of my time. So I had been thrifting here and there, but I never really had the chance to put it all on video, because if I did put it all on video, it'd be like a whole 6 months. It'd be so long that there'd be almost no point of even me trying to do that. And I did find some pretty good stuff, but I might save that for another video, for the whole 2016 gap that I had of just not putting anything on YouTube. So we'll just do a quick recap, and my camera did die. The spy cam did die almost at the very end, so I didn't get footage of the last place I went to, but I do want to recap on some of this other stuff before I do show you. So overall, what we have is 2 copies of Battle for Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings. This is really strange. I found both of these in like the same day. So this is the 4 disc set right here. So let's get disc 1, disc 2. I'll show you real fast. Disc 3, disc 4, like that. And then this one is the single disc. The other one's the single disc. So that's kind of weird. You see that on both the same day. It's 2 different stores. Nextly, what we have is Lego Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda. I really like the case, so that's why I'm keeping it. It comes with both discs and the manual. And this Xbox 360 controller, it is modded. The pin here in the front, I don't know if you can see that. There's a pin right there that won't let me go side to side for some reason. And if you look on the back, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but there's 2 buttons you can click on the back. Let me see if you can see that. I don't know if you can really even see that. There's a button right there. You might not be able to see it, but I'm clicking them on the back, and I would have to figure out what what game it goes to. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. So next, we'll give you the Star Wars games that I found. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. The manual on the back is a little wet, faded, I guess. It's wet, and the manual's not in great shape, but the disc, really good shape. And then there is the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games. If I can get them out. Yeah, so I've got all 4 of those discs right here, loose copy. Always if that downtime rescue mission, I always find this game, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, 1 or 2. I found like 5 copies of it, and that's the only thing I find there. There's a bunch of stuff I have not found there that you would expect to find. Oh well. And then there's Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, and this is the not part of a set thing. So, and it's, I'm telling you, when I say the discs are like immaculate, I mean, you probably can't tell from the lighting, but there's just nothing on them. And so I'm probably going to add this to mine because that's really neat to find. You don't find them in a jewel case. Not in a jewel case like this. Find them like this, I'll probably keep it. So next I'm going to show you what I found from MJ's, because I showed you a couple games I found, like Smashing Drive. That one doesn't come with a manual, but there's that. And then what else did I have? I had Xbox Arcade Live Unplugged. I also had, for $1, I mean, these games are all $1 each, so I've got Connected Ventures because I didn't have it, or I'd given it away a bunch of times. I also got Guitar Hero 2 because I love the Guitar Hero games, and I didn't have this one for the 360, so that was pretty neat. And don't let the cover art deceive you. It's not UFC. It's not one of those games. It's inside. It's Pac-Man Party for the Wii, so that's pretty neat. And the last game I got from there was actually a sealed game. Surprisingly, it was a PlayStation 2 game, Rise to Honor, and it's a new sealed game down up there at the very top. But it had this greatest hits sticker on there, as if it was a greatest hits type of game. I don't really know. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna look into that. It's kind of weird. But you may have noticed off to the side though that they had some DVD TV sets, and so I got seasons 2 through 7 Star Trek: The Next Generation, and because we already had season 1, and so we grabbed some of these. Here's seasons 6, 4, and 7 right there. Oh, and then there's 3, 5, and 2. So I love the Star Trek Next Generation. They are some amazing TV shows. Watch it if you can, really good. So now on to Value Village, where got my money's worth there. Couldn't show you me looking at the games because they're all behind the counter and everything. The camera couldn't pick up the video angle, but what I did get is a couple games for the PlayStation, and I got Barbie Horse Adventures. I actually kind of want to play this, not because I'll enjoy it, but just to see how weird it is. And it is complete. And I find this really strange because it used to sell for $18 at GameStop. I don't know what they're thinking. That's weird. Next thing I got is Need for Speed Most Wanted. And what they do at this store is they write on Sharpie onto the case, and I had to rub all of these off, and I just saved this one for an example. I don't like when they do that. Luckily that one was silver. Some of these other ones were black, and it didn't turn out very well. Then I also got NCAA Football 2011 for the PS2, and this is probably like the last college football game they made for it. And if you search this online on eBay, it's pretty up there in price. So yeah, I got that. Then I got Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. I found this before, and this is just a loose copy, but really good to see this. They also had some PS3 games too, so I got some PS3 games. So I got House of the Dead Overkill Extended Cut. Really nice. This comes complete with everything. So I also got Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, and it comes with everything, including the map in the back. So there's that. And then I found Dark Souls for the PS3. And I actually want to play Dark Souls, but I don't know if I'll play it for the PS3. I'll probably get it for the 360 instead. And I'll probably just sell some of this on. Then we get to the 4 Nintendo 64 games I got. And these were pretty nice to find, actually. But I don't think I had any of these, like I mentioned earlier. So first I've got Dr. Mario 64, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, and then I've been looking for this one for a while and finally found it. Super Smash Bros. For the N64. And I don't care that it's the Player's Choice Edition. This right here is going in the collection, and I'm pretty nice to have that. So now I'll just show you what I didn't get on camera, regrettably, because my camera died. Yeah, I'll just jump straight into it. The first thing I found was a hard drive transfer cable for the Xbox 360. I've already got one, but it's nice to have another one just in case somebody wants to borrow it or something like that. So, really cool to have. I also found a S-Video monster cable for the PS2. So, it's a big long cable, and it's the S-Video connection right there for the PlayStation 2. Don't see these any at all, really. I mean, I've never really seen one like that. So really cool to pick it up. Next, what I found was Wii Sports for the Wii. It is complete. The disc is actually in pretty good shape. So there's that. And then I found a Super Mario Galaxy official soundtrack, and it didn't come with the manual insert or whatever, but it did come with the soundtrack, and that's pretty nice to find. The soundtrack, Super Mario Galaxy. Pretty fun game. Pretty fun. Let me get some of these other games down here. Sorry. So I also got Guitar Hero Van Halen, and I really like some of these Guitar Hero games. I'm trying to get them all on the 360 because I want to be able to play on the 360 and to save all of my data and not have to worry about it getting erased on the Wii. So really glad to see that. I also found 2 Game Boy games. Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color, and then I also got Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance, right there. Maybe it's blurry, you can't see. There you go. So those 2 games were pretty fun. And then I found some stuff for the GameCube that I was really happy to get because I didn't have most of these in my collection, which is actually kind of strange because I have like 70 GameCube games. So I have found Pac-Man World 3. This one is complete with the disc. Cool to see this. Sonic Riders. This one is also complete. Really great to see that. Sonic Mega Collection. This is the Player's Choice Edition. It doesn't have the manual, but it does have the disc, so that's really nice. I got Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Now I've already got this for the PlayStation, so I might keep this or I might sell it. I don't know, but it's complete. It's good to see that. And then there's Crash Nitro Kart, and this is complete as well. So it's good to see those GameCube games. And lastly, some pretty interesting stuff I got. I found Skyrim for the PC. But it comes with the really nice map and manual. But that will pale in comparison to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Anniversary Edition. And so this is the steel case with the slip cover right here. So this is the steel case, and anything, it barely fits in here because inside, I'll show you, comes with, if I can get it out, the bonus material and the 2 game discs, and then it also comes with the manual, the inserts, and the map. The map is pretty cool to look at. But that's actually a really nice find, because one of the games that I found last year that I didn't get any video recording of is I found Daggerfall in complete box Daggerfall for the PC for $5 at the same store I got all the N64 games at, Valley Village, and my jaw hit the floor when I saw it, and I threw money at them and ran out the door, kind of thing. So that was really great to find. It was really great to find Oblivion right now. So it's really great to see this. And so overall, I would say this is a pretty good thrifting find. I probably paid close to $100 for all this, and I'll make it back easy with a bunch of this stuff. So yeah, guys, here we go. N64 games. Pretty nice to find. So thanks guys for watching. If you guys want me to post a video of what I found, you know, over the past year, I can do that. I can show you guys what I found. I can show Daggerfall. I found a couple TurboGrafx games. Pretty neat to find. Just some other weird, interesting stuff in there that I found. So I don't want this video to go over too long. So peace out, guys. Sorry for all 5 of you watching this that really didn't care that I missed a year of videoing. But you know, hopefully I'm back. Hopefully I'll have enough time for it. Who knows? I might have another year break, and this is the only time I could go up. So thanks guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace out.